is up, ladies and gentlemen?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Good Point Bro podcast.
Episode number
56?
54, I think. Welcome to episode number 54.
No shot, it's 54.
I think it is 54.
It's 55.
Nah. I think the last one was 53. It's 54. We've been doing them once a week.
Well,
We're about to find out in 2 seconds. 55. You're right.
Oh, it's 55?
I think you said 56, though. I think I said 54. You said 56.
You said 53.
I was wrong. I said
Wait.
54, and it's 50.
55, which
55.
is what I said.
Yeah. I think you. Okay.
I didn't start off with, we'll see, but I'm pretty sure I said 55.
Oh. All right. Welcome to episode number 55 of the Good Point Bro podcast. As you guys know, my name is Kane. This is my little bro Cam.
Don't
We're going to
sleep.
get right into it today.
You forgot that I said that, so you didn't even let me get a chance to say don't sleep.
We're going to get right into it today, boys. We got the West is tight. Every team is like half a game, except for the Mavericks, who are now basically out. They got some work to do. They basically have to win out and then cross their fingers and hope for the best. So, yeah, what a failed experiment. I think they were like the 5 seed when they got Kyrie, and now they're the 13 seed.
They also made the Western Conference Finals last year, and they looked like a promising young team led by one of the best young players in the league. And you get Christian Wood, who's a solid center in this league, and you get Kyrie Irving at the deadline, and you have nothing to show for it. Like, the Mavericks are one of the biggest embarrassments in recent memory that I can't think of another team besides like the Brooklyn Nets that is more of an embarrassing
say it with your chest. Got some more energy, bro.
What are you talking about?
That's how I feel.
Okay.
How do you feel?
I'm chilling.
Whenever you do a podcast directly after a workout, do you like doing a podcast prior or post workout?
Post workout.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like do you like it on days that you like got up early or just slept in?
Got up early. Like, I want it to be
so you like
part of the routine,
right?
part
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
schedule. I don't want it to be
right.
I slept in, now let's do a podcast, because I'm like go, go, go.
Yeah. Do you drink caffeine or no?
Pre-workout every day.
200 milligrams?
Yeah.
I haven't had any today.
But, I mean, one thing I don't like about drinking pre-workout before, like in the morning, is I'll crash midday.
And then I need a second one.
I never drink a second one, though. I make
I'll
that
be
a
grabbing
rule.
a second one. But I've been doing workout off of coffee. And then I maybe grab one in the middle of the day.
Well, yeah, coffee only has like 80 milligrams. So
yeah, it's not much.
you can double it up.
But yeah, so picture this. The Mavericks are going to the Western Conference Finals. Like you said, a promising young team. They think that they can make a last-second push by trading for Kyrie Irving. And it turns out that they just lost everything.
Listen, you can roll back the tapes like a few podcasts ago. I was saying that they'd be really good offensively, but they have such bad defense that they still wouldn't be able to compete for a championship. I never took them seriously as a contender. But listen, they traded for him, and they never played any games together. So, like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, this NBA has a problem where they think, like, you just put a bunch of names together and you're going to win games. No, it takes more than that. It takes chemistry and building up, like, momentum going into the playoffs. You can't just not play games, throw a bunch of names together, and then win a championship. That's why I don't buy the Suns as I think that they're going to be good, but I don't think they're going to win a championship because they haven't played together enough.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
The only reason that I give them a shot is because for some reason with Kevin Durant, you can plug him on any single team and he's going to make you better. He's not going to make you worse. He's just such a good complementary piece, and he's such an easy person to put in your offense, and he's a good defensive player that he just mixes in well with like any team.
That's the thing about Kevin Durant is the rest of the team has played together. And when you plug Kevin Durant into that,
like, think about
Kevin Durant is probably the most pluggable player in the NBA.
Like the Warriors, the Warriors are different though because Steph is the most selfless superstar that we've ever seen in the NBA history. So you got to give credit to Steph too. But when KD went to the Warriors, I mean, they still won 67 games and were unstoppable. He obviously took them to another level and didn't like bring them down because there were so many people that could share the basketball.
Right.
Like, but with Luka and Kyrie, they both need the ball. They both are playmakers.
Mm-hmm.
So the only benefit I saw with Kyrie going to the Mavericks is that Luka didn't have to have the ball as much. so there wouldn't be as much pressure on him.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. So
Yeah, I agree. But looking more at the let's go ahead and take a look at the standings. I know that the Warriors are tied with the Clippers at 5 and 6, and then the Lakers and Pelicans are tied for 7 and 8. And all four of those teams are either tied or half a game apart. And then obviously, as most of you guys know, the Lakers and the Clippers play each other in their next game on Wednesday. The only thing is, I believe that the Lakers play tomorrow against the Jazz. Is that tomorrow? I think, yeah, they play tomorrow, so they play a back-to-back leading up to that Clippers game. And as you know, AD hasn't played back-to-backs all year, and this would be the one that what are you going to do? Like, you have to play.
if he doesn't play this back-to-back, then that's an absolute travesty.
Absolutely. It's rough. It's rough.
And what pisses me off is they never beat the Clippers. Like, I don't think they beat them since 2020.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Like, this is the biggest game of the year for the Lakers.
He's got to play.
And he's got to play.
Hopefully LeBron.
And he's got to show up. And to give AD credit, he's been playing out of his mind lately. So hopefully he just keeps that going in the playoffs, and hopefully, cross your fingers, no injuries.
Right. And the Jazz are basically out. They're really, really close. Really close to being out. So maybe the Jazz don't play that much. Maybe LeBron plays like the first half. They're up a lot, so he kind of coasts through the second half. Maybe LeBron doesn't play much. Maybe LeBron and AD don't play much, and then it's almost like an off game, going through the motions a little bit. But I think hopefully they don't take it like that.
Hopefully they have their foot on the gas and they can only play like 25 minutes.
Exactly.
That's fine.
Exactly.
But if you're going to sit out a game, make it the Jazz game, even though you shouldn't sit out either game.
The first one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see the Lakers sitting LeBron against the Jazz and then sitting AD against the Clippers.
No, what needs to happen is it's desperation time, and you need to get that 6th seed so both of y'all win 2 games and play the back-to-back.
Yeah. And then, if you think about it, let's say they win both games. So now they're 42 and 38. They're most likely – no, they're not most likely. They're a game and a half – or they're a full game up on the Clippers by 2 wins.
What if they get the 5th seed? That wouldn't be good. Because I'm not trying to see the Suns in the first round.
That's the thing is you almost
want the Warriors to win out.
Have a game up on the Lakers in wins. They have the same amount of losses.
Yeah, so they're half a game up.
Right.
I want the Warriors to win out and get that 5th seed and play the Suns and hopefully take the Suns out. But if I'm the Lakers, I want the 6th seed and play the Kings. For sure.
Yeah, I think you want to play the Kings. And then the next round you'd play the Nuggets. Or the 8th seed, most likely the Nuggets. And then you'd be able to avoid Golden State or the Clippers too early. So, or the Suns, I'm sorry. So, that's what I like. I like that a lot, actually. So, the 6 and 5 play. And then, do the 4 and 5. 6 and
4
3.
and 5 and 6 and 3 play.
So, the Suns are playing. The Suns and Warriors in the first round could get interesting.
Yeah, that's a great series.
Suns and Warriors
and you got KD versus the Warriors. That would be awesome. That's what I want to see that. Like, I think that series is going 6 or 7 for sure.
Yeah.
With the Warriors and Suns.
What's something about the Suns right now is they're 6-0 when KD's in the lineup. I don't know if that's a testament to how well he is as a plug-and-play guy or if that's just a testament to the Suns as a team are just that good. And they've just been wanting that extra step. I don't know if DeAndre Ayton's back, but, that's a tough lineup, man. You got Chris Paul at the 1, Devin Booker at the 2, KD at the 3-4, DeAndre Ayton at the 5.
They won 64 games last year, and we're number 1 in the West.
Yeah.
Or was that 2 years ago? I don't know. They've been one of the best teams in the league.
2 years ago, they played the Bucks in the finals.
Yeah, and they had 64 wins, I believe. They're an established team.
Right, but not for long. You got to think, right? Or is Chris Paul that replaceable at this point?
What are you talking about?
Because Chris Paul, how long can he really play at a productive level?
He can be a productive player for another 2 or 3 years.
You think?
But I think a productive player,
a player that is going to lead you to a title at the point. He's a bench player in 2 years, I bet.
But I'm saying if you're surrounded by Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know if
he can find a way to be an effective point guard.
I don't know
his starter.
I don't know his stats that well though.
He's definitely not an all-star like he was even a couple years ago on the Suns.
Yeah, he revived his career. He revived his career. He's averaging 13.
Well, no,
4,
he
and 9
revived his career
on the
going
Rockets.
on the Thunder. The year that
From the Rockets.
Yeah, from the Rockets to the Thunder, and then he like took them to the 4 seed somehow when they had like nobody. Nobody thought they were gonna make the playoffs, and then he balled out. So then the Suns got him.
Yeah, he averaged 15 with 8 assists.
I just don't like Kevin
the Thunder?
Durant, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's at production-wise, he's having his worst season. And I would have to guess it would only go down from there. He's played 57 games as well.
It makes me so
on track
mad
for
that
just over
like
60.
Kevin Durant's on the Brooklyn Nets and signs a 4-year deal, and then just gets to get traded and go to like one of the best teams in the West, and then everything's good.
Yeah.
It's so stupid to me. Like
Do you
when
think
Kyrie got traded, LeBron didn't go out and demand a trade. He stayed in Cleveland, took a bunch of bums to the finals.
Yeah.
And KD just team hops. It's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying.
Yeah. No, that's a good
Like
point.
at least LeBron played out his contract. Or why don't you not be an idiot and do what LeBron did and just sign and what Jordan did and sign 1- and 2-year contracts? Why sign a 4-year max? Don't and then demand a trade. Be smart and sign 1- and 2-year deals like Michael Jordan and LeBron did.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to ask you is, do you think that it is a blemish on Kevin Durant's career as a legend that he was traded? Because when you look at the top 10 players,
They don't get traded.
they don't get traded.
It's a blemish, and if he wins this title, it means less because you didn't go and have a full season with a team. You just team hopped and then won a chip. That isn't. It's not like grinding a whole season out with these guys and winning a championship. It doesn't mean as much. I don't look at you as a Sun. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
I don't look at you as a Suns player.
Yeah.
I look at you as like.
And that is a
it's
great point because
It's
when you watched LeBron win on the Heat, he was a member of the Heat.
Yes.
He felt like a member of the Heat. When he won on the Cavaliers, he felt like a member of the Cavaliers. When he won on the Lakers, he felt like a member of the Lakers. Even the Golden State Warriors, he felt like a plug-in guy.
Yeah.
Like his jersey looked weird.
yeah.
He was-
doesn't.
he was-
fit
he-
with
you know where-
these teams, bro.
I think of Kevin Durant and I think Thunder.
Yeah.
And he didn't win there.
And
Just like I think Thunder with Russ.
And I don't want to hear like, because I saw this on First Take, like him going to the Suns, winning a title that validates like the Warriors titles. No, it does not. LeBron went back to his hometown in Cleveland, who hasn't won anything in 52 years, and won a title there. Not going to the Suns, that's already an established team in the West, and team up to Devin Booker and Chris Paul, who already has been to the finals. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
I want to say that the year he joined back on Cleveland, they had won like 30 games.
Now they did go out and get Kevin Love too, but they traded the number 1 pick for that. But
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's not the same. It's just not. If he wins a title this year, I'll be so mad.
Yeah, all right. So let's go ahead. We'll just go into the best player of the 2020s. Don't look at the nicknames.
I didn't look at him. I was looking at your phone.
All right. So as you guys know, the 2000s is debatable. There's nothing debatable about Michael Jordan being the best player. That came out weird. It kind of mumbled.
There was a lot of like trippy words.
That's how it
A
felt.
tongue twister.
Yeah. It felt like I have honey in my mouth. My tongue just kept sticking. Pause. Anyway. Anyway, there's nothing debatable that Michael Jordan was the best player of the 1990s, 2000s, up for debate. LeBron, 2010s, 2020s. I believe that Giannis Antetokounmpo will be the best player of the 2020s. He already has 1 title, 2 MVPs. I think personally that he wins 2 more in the 2020s. So we're talking about 3 titles, 2 MVPs, possibly 1 or 2 more. I don't think there's anybody that's going to have quite the pedigree that Giannis is going to have at the end of the decade.
Well, another reason, just to piggyback off that, like you were saying a couple podcasts ago, Giannis is getting to that LeBron Jordan fatigue where he's balling out every single game. He's going to ball out every single year. He's not going to win the MVP just because we're so normalized to it. And once you're at that level, you're going to be the best player of the decade. Like, think about it. Luka hasn't even won an MVP yet because he hasn't won anything yet.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be at least like a top 6 seed
Which
to be an MVP. And if we're being real, like Giannis should win the MVP this year. Like they're the best team. They're the best team in the NBA. He's the best player on the best team. He's dropping 30 32 points a game in only 32 minutes.
Right.
I mean, dude is absolutely balling, and we're just giving him no recognition for it. It's just like LeBron, how LeBron used to be and how Jordan used to be. So there's very few players who ever hit that level.
I don't know if it'll show you per 36 or if, I don't know. But looking at his stats a little bit, he's averaging 32.1 now, which is, I mean, look at this. So, that's minutes. That makes more sense. Where's points?
Points would be
at the end. He's averaging 31.1.
31 points.
So that's the most he's ever averaged, by the way. He averaged 29 in 2020, 28, 29.9, and now 31.1. Along with 5.6 assists and 11.8 rebounds. 11.8 rebounds is his second most behind 2020. So, I mean, it's pretty remarkable what he's doing. Not to mention that the dude's shooting wherever field goal percentage is.
Probably like 60% or 58%.
55.
Oh.
So, I mean, and then, again, he's doing it in literally 32 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's kind of his MO, you know. He averaged 30 minutes in 2020, 33 in 21, 32.9 in 22, and now 32.1 in 23.
That's the counter argument to him. Like he has the best supporting cast in the NBA for sure. Best system, best coach, best organization. They're putting people around him to succeed. And their argument is these other guys without their star player would not have near as much success as the Bucks do without Giannis because they're 10-6 this year without him. So it gets tricky with that.
It does, but if you even look at the Nuggets, I think they're slightly overhated as far as the supporting cast. I mean, you just saw them last night. Golden State Warriors are playing in a must-win game, and they beat them without Jokic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're not terrible.
But to counter that, they have the best net rating in the league with Jokic on the floor and the worst with him off the floor. So that's pretty rough.
You're talking about that video I made?
No, I saw that last night.
Oh, I made a video like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, so like it just depends on what you value the most on MVP. For me, for me personally, the criteria for MVP should be best player on the best team. That's my favorite criteria to use for MVP. Now it's different for every year, but I like that more than if you take this guy off. You know, how bad does the team get?
Yeah. It does. Like, think about years that, like, Jordan, or not Jordan, but, like, LeBron on the Cavaliers without Kyrie, they were, like, the 3 or 4 seed, you know?
Uh-huh.
But, like, LeBron was the best player in the world.
Yeah.
Or, like, so then he would have won in 2020 to you then, huh? Because they would have, LeBron?
Yeah, he would have won MVP in 2020.
Right.
But and another thing is in 2013, LeBron was one vote away from being the first unanimous MVP. And the guy who didn't vote for LeBron voted for Carmelo and said he voted for him because what would the Knicks be without Carmelo Anthony? Like, they might have been worse without Carmelo, the Knicks. Then, like, the Heat might have still been like a 6 seed or whatever without LeBron that year. But LeBron still went crazy and had the best record in the NBA and had the best, season.
Yeah,
just because if you take him off, they have less wins than if the Knicks. Doesn't mean that he shouldn't win MVP.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with MVP is how much there is a back and forth debate on it, on what the criteria is, and there's not a clear, distinct criteria. And whenever you get into a situation to where a bunch of people across media are voting for something, it holds less value to me. So, like, All NBA, I do like a little bit more.
Yeah, I like All NBA because you kind of know, like,
yeah,
they're really consistent on All NBA.
Yeah, except for when LeBron was first team all defense and then the guy that won was second team all defense.
Was second team all defense
and
he won
won
defensive player of the year. There was a miscommunication there somewhere.
Yeah,
like that was stupid.
Yeah, which I mean, people really hold that against LeBron not winning a defensive player of the year. It's so
even though in his prime he's like a top 5 defender ever easily. Yeah. Like can guard almost all 5 positions, super lengthy.
You know somebody with more all team defenses than Jordan? Scotty. That boy's different. And I hate the Scotty disrespect, bro.
Yeah.
It's remarkable.
Listen,
they think that hating Scotty helps Jordan.
If Scottie Pippen didn't play with Michael Jordan, like if Scottie Pippen was the guy that the Bulls drafted, they didn't draft Michael Jordan, he's still winning a championship with the Bulls. For sure. They have Jerry Krause, who's the best GM, Phil Jackson, who's one of the best coaches ever. They're going to put guys around him to succeed. and they only went from 57 wins to 55 wins when Michael Jordan left to go play baseball, and they were a bad call away from being in the Eastern Conference Finals. They could have went to the finals that year. I mean, Scottie Pippen wins a championship without Michael Jordan. He is a top 3 player in the 90s. Like, in the whole decade, he's a top 3 player.
Right.
It's Jordan 1, Hakeem 2, even though Hakeem won the 2 when Michael Jordan wasn't there, and then Scottie Pippen 3. I think he's better than Karl Malone, John Stockton.
The thing about Jordan,
Charles
is
Barkley, all those guys.
when you look at the 90s run, you can't name me a superstar with a better supporting cast than Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah. It's like I said, the stat. In the 90s, they were the only team with more than one Hall of Famer.
In their prime.
They were the Dragon. They were the
East.
Warriors. They were the 90s Warriors. Nobody could defeat them. They were a super team. They had length. They had depth. They had defense. They had shooting. They had it all. They had the best coach. They had the best GM. They had the best player.
Yeah.
I mean,
literally.
they were unbeatable. Literally.
The Bulls in the 90s had the best coach in the league, the best GM in the league, the best player in the league, the best defender in the league,
And the best rebounder.
The best rebounder in the league, the most accurate shooter of all time, the best European player in the league.
Yeah.
That's 7 best things in the league. Like, what are you going to do?
And they also had the triangle, which I guess nobody could figure out. Like, I mean, they were stacked to the brim. It was unbelievable how good they were. And that's why you win 6. Nobody can just win 6 like that.
No.
6 in 8 years.
No. Nobody can.
Without, having the best of a lot. So, it is what it is.
The NBA team's under the most pressure this postseason.
No, the Suns are, for sure. I mean, you're the Suns. You didn't win the finals. You lost in 6 when you were up 2-0 a couple years ago to the Bucks. Last year, you had the most embarrassing Game 7 I've ever seen in my life at home. You lose by 40 with Luka Doncic going like this at Devin Booker. I'll never forget that. You know what I'm talking about? And then you go out and get Kevin Durant at the trade deadline. Yeah, you better win the freaking NBA title this year. And if you don't, that's a huge loss, and that's a huge embarrassment for Kevin Durant to be traded. As good as Kevin Durant is, to be traded and then lose, not win an NBA championship. Yeah, that's a fat L. Another team, I think, in the East that has the most pressure is probably the Celtics, because you're at the point now where, like, if you keep losing every single year, you're going to be thinking about breaking up the team. Like, it's going to get to that point.
Well, you got to think about this.
So they're under a lot of pressure
Towards the deadline, the Celtics were thinking about trading Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
So that it's already in the mind of the organization that, hey, this team might not be able to do it. We might need to add one more guy. And the thing about it is, early on, everybody was like, this is a good young team. This is a good young team. And then they lose, right? And it's still a good young team. But at some point, they go from a good young team to a good team. And then if you don't win then, I don't know when you do.
Yeah, agreed. And another team with a lot of pressure is the 76ers. Like, at some point, you got to make they got to make a finals. They've got to make the finals.
Yeah.
James Harden, you got to get it done, man. Joel Embiid, he's not going to have many years in his prime, I think, because of just his frame. And
he gets hurt a lot.
He gets hurt a lot and stuff. So you got to take advantage of his prime years. And they are under immense pressure to make an NBA Finals, because they're also another team that if they don't get to the finals, or at least make a conference finals and play a great series, they might blow it up as well. So those 3 teams, I believe, are the most pressure. The Nuggets, I don't expect the Nuggets to do anything.
Who do you think are the best 3 players in the world?
Oh, pressure for them. I think that Giannis is the best player. I think Kevin Durant. And right now I'm going Anthony Davis is the top 3 player in the world. I think that Anthony Davis, when healthy, is better than Jokic and Embiid. I really do.
All right, well, anyway, my point going into that was
I got Anthony Davis in there right now. I mean, he's dropping 40 points every game right now.
My point is, I still believe that we're at a point in the NBA where you need depth and you need a top 3 player in the world. And if you don't have one of those, you're going to have a hard time winning a title.
Okay, well, I know everybody's going to get mad at me for saying Anthony Davis is a top 3 player, but let me just put it to you like this. I don't expect the Sixers to do anything. So I'm not even having Joel Embiid in that. Like, I don't expect them to make the finals, win the finals. They might not even make the conference finals. I don't expect the Nuggets to do anything as well. I think they could easily lose in the first round. So I'm not even going to put Jokic there. But teams that are a threat to win the NBA title, Anthony Davis is a top 3 player in the world right now. That's the way I look at it. So I can't. I'm not even putting Joel Embiid and Jokic in that yet because I don't believe their teams are a threat.
Here's the thing to me of why I remember that I put a lot of people over or I didn't put a lot of people over LeBron James as far as like best players in the world. And here's why.
Yeah, LeBron's right there.
When it comes to winning a finals, you need an elite player to be the catalyst of your team. And when you look at guys like Jason Tatum, I can't help but think LeBron James is a top 3 player in the world, and here's why. You have Giannis, KD, LeBron James. Those to me are the 3 best players in the world when healthy. And the reasoning for this is if you look at the Celtics, if you look at Jason Tatum, the truth is if you trade Jason Tatum and LeBron James 1-for-1, the Celtics people are talking about them to win the finals. Now, people are talking about that now, but imagine if it's LeBron. You can see the difference. You can see the difference. That's why, to me, LeBron's a better player. It's that simple. Put KD, Tatum, switch them. They're the favorites. Giannis, Tatum, switch them. They're the favorites.
They're the overwhelming favorites of Giannis.
So, I mean, there's not a lot of players where you can switch them, and they're still contenders. Like the Nuggets, Jokic and Embiid switch, I don't know, man.
Not much difference at all.
There's not much difference.
If LeBron's in the Nuggets,
Giannis goes to the Sixers, I like their chances a lot more than with Embiid.
I think that, I agree. And this is another thing. In 2020, when they won the bubble championship, everybody was saying Anthony Davis is the second best player in the world. Now he's playing to that level again. Why is he not top 5, top 3? Why not?
Yeah.
If he is healthy and playing like he did in 2020 when everybody's saying he's the second best player in the world, why can't he be that right now?
Agreed. All right. We're going to go into another category here. I like this setup, by the way. Talk, clip.
Yeah, I like it too.
All right. So we're going to go.
I like it too.
I like it too. Fastball. 2 scoops.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we're going to do a little segment called NBA nicknames.
All right.
You like it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So I'm going to say the NBA nickname. Cameron's going to try to guess who they are.
Before we start.
Bro, that was the intro.
Let me do the intro again. I am like really good at NBA trivia. Can we just let the audience know that?
Yeah, Cam's good, but we'll find out. There's one that I'm not so sure.
Matt.
There's 3 that I'm not sure.
All right, let's go.
But we'll see. All right, so I'm going to say the NBA nickname. Cameron's going to try to guess who they are. First up, the answer.
AI.
That is correct. This is the one that I thought would be good. The glove.
Gary Payton. I had no problem with the glove.
Round, mound, and rebound.
I guess Dennis Rodman.
Who's round, mound, and rebound?
Who is it?
Round, mound of rebound. Sorry.
Round, mound of rebound.
Yeah.
Cream? Not Cream?
Who's round?
Oh, Charles Barkley.
Boom. Yeah. Splash Mountain.
Oh, I know this. It's not Clay or Steph.
No.
Splash Mountain. Reggie Miller?
No. It's a current player. That's your ant.
Splash Mountain. Damian Lillard?
Nope. He's a big man. Splash Mountain.
Oh, Jokic? Embiid?
No.
Anthony Davis?
Brooke Lopez.
Yeah, that's trash.
Splash Mountain.
That's terrible.
All right. Who's the worm?
Is this a current or the worm?
Yeah.
I should know this. Kyrie?
Dennis Rodman.
Oh. Why is he named the worm?
Let's just do some more.
Yeah, just do some more.
Sure there's.
Cut out or whatever.
Yeah.
You didn't think I was going to get AI? That one's easy.
No, of course I thought you were going to get AI. I must have. Oh, sorry. Let's go. Who's Big Dog?
Big Dog? Kevin Garnett.
No. Glenn Robinson.
Dude, you got to give me someone that people know.
All right.
Goodness.
The Jet.
Oh, dude, I know this.
Come on, bro.
Oh, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Big Ben.
Big Ben? I know that Bill Russell.
No, his first name's Ben. Big
Oh.
Ben.
Big Ben. Ben McAdoo.
Ben Wallace from the Pistons.
Oh,
Let's see.
that dude was a dog.
Yeah, he was. I had no problem with the glove.
The glove. I had no problem with the glove.
Do you know who the Big O is?
Yeah, Oscar Robertson. Yeah, okay. You know how I know these? So in 2K12, you could go on like look at all the great players. They'd have like a list, and they'd give
Yeah.
you like basically like an explanation of their career or a summary of their career, and they just give you the nickname. So like I would look at that, and I remembered a bunch of their nicknames from that.
All right, what about this? Jesus Shuttlesworth.
No clue.
Ray Allen.
Oh, Jesus Shuttleworth.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
The Great Wall.
Oh man, the Great Wall. It's a big man. It's not Shaq. It's Yao Ming.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew it was because he's Chinese.
Yeah. Let's go.
Wait, hold on.
Bro, some of
Do
these-
that again, and I just go Yao Ming Chinese.
No, that's racist. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Oh, Birdman.
Oh, Larry Bird. No, Birdman. Chris Anderson from the Heat. Oh man, I just heard Bird. Chris Anderson from the Heat.
Camera's about to die.
Don't play me.
Let's do one more. Flash.
Flash.
Yeah. You're joking.
Flash.
You don't know who Flash is?
Is it current or?
It's old. He's retired. It's not that old. He retired
Flash.
recently.
Who is it?
It's Dwayne Wade, bro.
Oh, I didn't know that. I
Really?
didn't know that. No.
He has shoes. Flash.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The truth,
Paul Pierce.
unfortunately.
Yeah. That's a dope nickname too.
Yeah, it's dope.
Paul Pierce does not deserve that.
Yeah. All right. Who's Mr. Big Shot?
Because all he does is lie, saying he has a better career.
Last
than
one,
Dwayne
last
Wade.
one. Last one here, everybody. Last one. Mr. Big Shot.
Chauncey Billups. 'cause
Boo! Oh, shoot. Sorry, guys. That's all for episode number 55 of the Good Morning Bro podcast. Please like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one for episode number 56.
Don't sleep.
Check us out on Instagram and TikTok, all right? We'll see you in the next one. Woo!